Hi Razzers, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all fabulous. In this video I'm going to be chatting about my art stuff. So I put out there a question on my Instagram page, what is Razzle Dazzle Them Art? If you want to go and check that out, go and follow it. Asking people what kind of stuff they want to ask questions about my art and me in general about being an artist. And I got some questions back, so I thought I'd answer them in this video. And do get involved and put in the comment box any questions you want to ask me, or just share your art pages, or just anything to do with art would be fabulous. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, click the little subscribe button and click the little bell so you'll be notified of all my videos I do. And let's get answering these questions. Also, I got a lot of people saying I hope you're okay and doing well, and just generally positive stuff, so that was nice to hear back from you guys. So first of all, I'm going to start with a question from my sister, that she is Vicstick, so she is on Instagram as well, and she does like special effects makeup stuff. And she asked me, is there an area of art that you work on that you wish you could be better at? Well, I'm always trying new things and I'm always trying to develop my skills, but there's always people who can just sit there and quickly draw really fast, like anything. What I'm always not so good at. I always like to sit there and think, what am I going to draw? And then work it out a bit. I mean, I can do sketch art. I have done it when I was at uni and stuff, but it's not a thing that I just generally do. I always just start doodling other things. I get bored. I can't sit there and quickly just sketch something. If I'm going to do something, I like to make sure it's the kind of final piece. I know it sounds a bit weird maybe, but yeah, just be able to. And I love that kind of, what's it called, illustration, like cartoony art. Like people who do stuff like that is amazing, because I can't do stuff like that. And I just like how they're able to, like I say, sit there and just quickly draw it. Like them videos where people are filming, drawing, them sketching and stuff. And even two of my friends did it, and they were drawing and sketching things, and it's just so quick how they did it, and they just do it off the top of their head. Yeah, I just am in awe of that kind of thing. So I do wish that I could do that, but then again, I suppose because I can't do that, I would focus on different other areas, if that makes sense. I do use my laptop and my tablet to draw stuff, but I don't do it as quick as probably they would. They just sit there and quickly draw. I use pictures and stuff for using that and draw, looking at that photo and things, rather than sitting on a train drawing someone. Maybe it's just because I'm a bit more conscious of people looking at me and judging me and saying, what's she drawing, what, and they just judge you straight away, thinking, is that good, is that not good, I don't know. And I'd rather just sit in my room and be able to draw it and then be like, voila, this is the final product. So two of these questions coming up now are from the Two-Faced Twins. What are two artists that are fabulous, and I know them personally as well, and they sell a lot of illustration stuff, and go and check them out. They are on Instagram as well, so it's Two-Faced Twins, and I think they're on Facebook as well. So they do a lot of, like I said, illustration stuff and very bright things, and it's worth checking out. They asked me what art pieces are most popular. So this is a difficult one, because I find people don't always comment what art pieces are popular on my Instagram things. So if you want to go and check out my Instagram, which Razzle Dazzle Them Art, do put on what piece you like the most. Just say this is my favourite or something, just so I know, because everyone is so different and their tastes are so different, so you can't always tell what people like. And it's really difficult as an artist to know what is popular, because I know people like my scenic, landscape artsy stuff, and then other people like my pop art things, and then obviously my montage stuff, and then recently I've been doing more mystical things. So there's a lot of stuff going on, so it's difficult to know what kind of thing to focus on more, because I'm not sure what people love. And another question they ask is, what style of art do I prefer working in? So like I said, I've done loads of different pop arty, and then more painting kind of splat kind of effect, and then layering effect. I don't think there is one particular area. I mean, I always do work digitally at the moment with my tablet, like I say, working with that onto my I forgot what it's called, onto my laptop, and I work like that, just drawing onto that, and then it just transfers. And I find it's digitally just because I know what I'm like with my paints. I can paint and stuff, but I do get messy, and I think sometimes it's quite good to be able to control that mess, because I end up getting messy, or I end up spilling paint on it or water, and then I just destroy it. So literally, if it's digitally and you're still doing painting through it, you don't have to worry about you thinking, oh, I'm going to mess this up, because you can always go back, if that makes sense. And as well, you can do like different effects within that art. So you can like make a piece and then change it slightly. You don't have to worry about thinking, oh, this is the final thing. You can always add to it or take away from it. I mean, if it's a custom made thing, of course it would be just that one-off piece. But I mean, you can always change it around what I like, because I always like doing new pieces and adding bits to it. And yeah, so I always work digitally. I mean, I have done art stuff in the past, but it is on canvases and painting and things, but I think whatever style it is, I do prefer working like that, because I can control it slightly, because I am a bit chaotic with when I am painting and things. It kind of, yeah, it stops that chaos a little bit, maybe. It's my way of like controlling my brain a little bit. So I don't think that completely answers your question, but I hope it gives a bit more info. I mean, yeah, I like a bit of everything. I mean, my art style is very, well, my art in general is a bit of mixed media. It's a bit of everything. I don't have one category that I think I fit into. So another question I got asked is, what is my favourite art piece? And this is quite a difficult question, because you can't, I really find it hard to say a favourite piece that I love completely. I mean, there is art pieces that you're always doing when you finish and you think, oh, that's so cool, I really like this piece, and you can tell that like people are going to like it because you think it's going to be very visually effective. And there's pieces that you make that you think, oh, amazing, I love this, it means so much to me, when you think people aren't going to like it because it's not very visually effective, and they don't think, they're not in your head, so they don't think of the process that you've gone through to make it. So I think there's different things why it's a favourite piece. I suppose at this moment in time I've got different favourite pieces in different categories. For example, my favourite piece in my kind of splatter art category is the one, I'd say, probably the seagull and the dome, because that's quite cool. And a favourite piece in the pop arty kind of illustration category is probably my pink painting with like the movement of her face. I think it's really cool. And then in the montage kind of category is probably my latest stuff I'm doing, because I did like some oldie montagey stuff, and then recently I've been doing like more mystical and spiritually, yeah, that word, some stuff on that. And so I've been working with that kind of thing, what's more like on images and making them arty and making them, yeah, look magical. So another question is, who is my favourite artist? Well, throughout like life I've always changed, but there's always artists who stay in my kind of life as they're going through it. But there's always artists that I get inspired by, even like going to the Tate and just going generally to places. I always see stuff and think, oh, that's amazing, and I always have to like take a photo and think, oh, I'm going to use that kind of effect later on. I'll somehow twist it into your work, because you always should get inspired by other artists. Of course, don't copy them, but just use inspiration from them, because I love that kind of idea that someone's seen your work and thinks, oh, that's amazing, I want to be doing something like that. So for example, I've always liked Dali when I was younger, like surrealist art. Because with my art background, it is a bit of everything, like sculptures and painting and video, of course. I mean, there isn't one category that I fit in with that as well, so I like artists in all different areas, to be honest with you, because I don't fit into one area again. So there's like wire sculpture artists that I like, and then there's of course painting artists that I like, and then of course sculptors that I like. So there's like lots of different areas. And as well, for favourite artists, I do love Frida Kahlo and her stuff, and it is that, of course, surrealist as well. And if you haven't checked out her film that she did. Go and check it out, it's so arty, and if you're arty you'll love that film because it's a really cool film to watch, and they just like twist the art within it, and it's just a cool film definitely to watch. And also Banksy, Through the Gift Shop it's called, and he works with this guy called Mr. Brainwash, and it shows you how you can kind of brainwash someone to buy your art. And it's really interesting how it's done, and it's a documentary. He was meant to be filming Banksy, but it turned into his own documentary, like Mr. Brainwash documentary. It's a really cool one to watch. So next question is, why do I love working with digital art, and why do I work in this way? So this question is already answered, I think, in what I was saying before. It's because you can control it a little bit more than if you're splatting paint around and stuff, and if you do something wrong you can go back on it, and you still can draw on the graphics tablet and put it onto your laptop really easily. So I think that's the answer, and that's more or less what I said before. So the final question for this video is, how do the ideas of my art come to me? Well, I'd like to say I dream them in my night and they all float into my brain. No, that's not what happened. I mean, I do get artist block like everyone, and motivation sometimes, especially at the moment in lockdown, there's so much other things going on. It's difficult to sometimes motivate yourself because you are your own person who's motivating yourself, because you are the one whose brain it is, I guess. But I mean, my ideas always come to me when, I don't know, I like to get inspired with different things. I'm always trying new stuff out. So I don't think I found my niche or my area that I fit into completely. I'm always developing. I don't think I ever will, to be honest, because I think as an artist you are always trying new stuff. I mean, it's fabulous when someone sees your art and wants to buy it, but I think you are always going to be trying these things and just carrying on, because that's just how you develop, isn't it, I guess. So I think my ideas come to me normally when I'm just sitting there and I do a quick sketch and I just think, oh, that looks really cool, and then I develop on that idea. They just randomly come to me, to be honest with you. I haven't got a logic on how I think. I mean, sometimes it's quite good to do meditation because that clears your brain a little bit and makes you not think about anything else. Or like I say, going to art shows and galleries and stuff inspire you. I hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you some inspiration. Do let me know by giving it a huge thumbs up, and put a comment in the comment box if you did, and what kind of stuff you like, what art and all that jazz. And remember to subscribe to my channel, click on the little subscribe button and click the little bell to be notified of all my jazz hand videos I do. And see you guys later, and keep arty.